Right now I want to finish my vaping series. I did a little mini vaping series. We had a single battery mod, dual battery mod, and a quad battery mod. This is TheGig. I'm Johnny O, and we do all things tech. Now, during that video, if you look at it, about my mods, I mentioned that this one in the middle, this Cylon, this dual battery mod, that the screen was going a little bit. Now, I'd like to say this screen is completely gone. I'll show you. I've been using this for about, I would say 7 weeks, and the screen doesn't work at all. So I'm just going to throw, I didn't bring batteries with me because it doesn't work, so I'm going to throw a few batteries in it and turn it on so you can see for yourself. This is 7 weeks on a Smoant Cylon. Let's turn it on. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. So that's it turned on. You can hear it. If you hit it, you can hear it vaping, but you can't see anything on the screen. And it was a screen issue that I mentioned in the video. Now, this mod was actually quite okay. It's a dual battery. The one thing I said in the other video that I didn't like about it was it will only do temperature control at 0.5 ohms. I also mentioned there's something wrong with the screen. Now that the screen's gone completely black and won't work at all, what I think happened is vape juice got in that screen. Now, why a mod like this would not have a sealed vape, why it wouldn't be sealed from vape juice is beyond me. Because if you look at my other two mods, which was a Liasmo F4 and an Onyx, and a JWell Onyx, I have taken, let's talk about this single battery. We're going to leave this here, but we're going to talk about this. Now this is a tough little mod. This is the one I actually quit smoking on. Once I got this tank, I was able to quit smoking, this bigger tank. And I took this everywhere with me, and I took 4 batteries with me everywhere I went, and I took extra juice, so I vaped on this a lot. You can see it looks like I've vaped on it a lot and used it a lot. It's definitely been overused. And I have spilled this in, I've dropped it, I've spilled water on it, I've spilled vape juice all over it from the tank. And I just wiped it down, put a battery in, I even cleaned the battery chamber, and then everything works fine. So if I turn it on now, this has a little side screen. It's not as big as these big square screens, but it's a good little screen, in my opinion, because I've put vape juice all over it multiple times. I've even dropped this mod, and there's no problem. You can see it's aluminum. The paint is kind of wearing off here. That's because when it leaks and it gets greasy, I don't like greasy mods, so I always wipe them off. So when I wiped this one off, the paint eventually just came off. But I've basically overused this mod. And say what you want about JWell, because you don't see a lot of it, so it might not be a popular brand. You don't see a lot of it in North America. I bought this in China at our retail JWell store in Beijing. Same with the tank. And this is a 75-watt box mod, and it's tough. It's tough. I could basically dunk it in vape juice and pull it out, dry it off, throw a battery in it, and it would probably work. I've even gotten it wet, so it's definitely sealed. And if you look at the screen, you can see there's a screen under there, and then there's a cover over the screen. I can see it. That's why no vape juice gets in there. So it's a tough little mod. It's also a heavy little mod. So this is a good quality, well-built mod. This is your JWell Onyx with an Altea tank. Now my other mod is new. I don't have enough batteries to turn it on, but I'm going to take the batteries out of this one simply because it doesn't work anyway, so there's no point in trying to turn it on and vape it. I don't know where the settings are. I can't see on the screen. I'm not very happy with that product. What I am going to try and do, okay, so this guy's ready to go. 5 clicks and it's on. What I am going to try and do is I'm going to try and take this mod and send it back to the manufacturer Smoant and see what they say. I still have the original packaging for it. It didn't come with a tank, so it was simply just a box mod with no batteries. So I'm gonna see if they'll take it back. What I think happened is some vape juice got into the screen, and took weeks and weeks, but eventually just killed the screen. That shouldn't happen on any mod. Also, if you look at this Liasmo, it's the same as the JWoww, where there's a cover over the screen. There's a cover. And I've actually only had this about 2 or 3 weeks. 2 weeks. A little over 2 weeks. But I have spilled vape juice on it several times when my tanks were leaking. And nothing. I wiped it off just like I did with my JWoww. No vape juice got even near the screen. I even spilled it all over this button. Nothing. No vape juice actually got inside of the electronics of this device. Unlike this Smoant, where vape juice was on it, I think I had a tank and it started leaking all over it. This was about a month ago. And you can see inside the screen, it looks like there's vape juice in there. I think that's what could have caused it to fail. But you can see this screen does not have a cover over it like the other two. See the cover? Even with the small 1 battery mod, see the cover? There's a cover. This one is not covered. It's obviously not sealed. Okay, so that's what caused the screen to fail. I think if you have a box mod and it's not sealed from vape juice, you have serious problems. The other two are sealed. This is definitely not sealed. I am going to try and send it back to Smoant, see what they say. I actually don't want another Cylon because if they get vape juice in them, they break. And that's ridiculous, in my opinion. They shouldn't break from vape juice. So we're going to try and send it back and see what they say. However, it is complicated because I bought this while I was in China. And it was sent to my house in China. Now I'm back in North America. And I'm going to try and send it from North America for a product bought in China. Who knows? They might just get confused and go, oh, forget you. You're trying to cheat us or something like this. We'll see how it goes. I do have the original packaging, and that's important because there's authentication barcodes on that packaging. And when I did get it, I did authenticate it on their website. So yeah, I think it should be okay. They should be able to, I should be able to prove that this is authentic and I was the one that bought it. So we're going to try and return this Cylon and see what Smoant says, and I'll update you on how that goes. But I am not happy at all because right now I don't have a dual battery mod. And you can see the tank that I want to run on it. I want to run my Aromamizer Plus on it, and I don't have a mod for it. This mod is too small for that tank. And this one is obviously, I think, too big, even though it'll run that tank. I want to keep this big tank on here. That's why I got this mod, for this big tank. I want to keep it on here. So I'm without a dual battery mod. I'm not very happy about it at all. I'm Johnny O. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave your questions and comments below.